didn't really have much. They had less than what they did last time I was there. Well, it is a warm March of 2025, and I'm once again back out on the hunt to try to pick up some more video games. I think for this week, I want to trim things down a little bit, because the last several weeks that I've gone out game hunting, I went really hard, and I freely admit I'm actually running out of room on a number of my collection spaces. I've had to stack games on top of rows. My PlayStation 4 and PS5 and Switch sections are all over full at this point, so I kind of need to slow down a bit. Plus I've been spending way more than I probably should be. So here's my thought process. Today I'm going to be looking mostly for trade-in fodder or stuff I can get for cheap. I don't want to be spending $50+ picking up some games at a pawn shop. I want to be picking up stuff that I can get cheap, that I can either flip or that are really inexpensive adds to the collection. So I'm also only going to go to a couple places today because I do want to go home and chill, as well as probably play more WWE 2K25, which just came out. So yeah, we're going to do a couple places. We're going to go to GameStop, of course. Let's see what we can find. Let's head to our first pawn shop. Like usual, because it's the first one on the way, we're going to Value Pawn. The deals have actually gotten better each time I've gone here, so maybe they'll continue to be good. Let's find out. Okay, so they did have some good stuff in there. Not much on the game front. They did have a couple games. I think one I just missed, and one was definitely new. And then they had some interesting hardware I was tempted by. I passed mostly because of price. They had a DualSense Edge controller, which is the PS5 Elite controller. I passed on that because it had some damage. They also had a really nice condition Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. They wanted 106, which is not bad, more than I wanted to spend, because again, I wanted to not spend a ton of money this week. So I passed on that. They also had a Starfield headset, which again, I really want one of those. They're really cool, but it was $120. I don't want to spend a ton of money this week. I did pick up 2 games, and both of these are really good pickups. They're both trade-ins, and I did quite well. I paid $7 apiece, which is not bad. So the first game is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin on the Xbox One. It trades in for $9.90 base on Xbox. So right off the bat, I'm going to make $2, which isn't an incredible boost, but if I also get the 20%, which I probably will, it'll go even higher. So I did pretty well on that one. This one I crushed because I got it for $7, and it's worth well more than that. College football, 25, PS5. That's worth $17 in trade-in. So the combination of those two, I'll get some really good trading credit from GameStop. And yeah, good start. Only paid $14. On to the next. It's time to return to the kingdom. It's Scotch America time. Let's go. Rare strikeout. They didn't really have much. They had less than what they did last time I was there. Those 2 copies of Battlefield were still there, but if I wasn't getting anything else, I didn't feel like trying to negotiate those down. So yeah, one of those rare instances where they just didn't have anything new. So I might need to wait a little bit longer next time before I come back. I've been trying to do it every couple weeks, but they just haven't gotten anything. So oh well, it is what it is. But now I'm gonna head to maybe 2 pawn shops. I might check one more just because I struck out there, but we'll see. We'll see what I decide. Well, since I struck out at Cash America, might as well check next door. It's unlikely I'll find anything here, but I did strike gold last time, so we'll see. Okay, so we did okay. I looked at the binder to see if there were any decent loose games. The only one that had some promise was there was a loose copy of Madden 23 on the PS4 that was worth like $4 in trade-in. They wanted 5 for each game, so that was a hard pass. I did pick up 2 games. One is for my collection, and the other is a trade-in, and the trade-in isn't great, but it's something. So we'll start off with Dead Rising on the Xbox One. This is the original game, but a Xbox One port of it. I didn't have that version. I have the original on 360, and then I have the remake, but I didn't have that version, so now I have it. These were $10 a piece, by the way, so they weren't amazing prices, but you know, it's okay. And then Forza Horizon 4 on the Xbox One. This trades in for 11, so with the bonus I can get about 13. So it's a little bit of a bump. It's not much of one, but it's a little bit of a bump, so I figured it was worth a little grab. All right, we're gonna head to one more pawn shop and then GameStop and call it a day. All right, last pawn shop is La Familia. It's been kind of a slow day today. Will we strike gold here? Let's find out. All right, that was okay. Man, things have really dried up over the past weeks, I guess. Aside from Value Pawn, where we actually did well, everywhere else had very, very little inventory or not much at all. And I kind of had to stretch to get some stuff, but I did get some stuff, and it's okay. It's not going to be a ton, but it's a little bit extra, so I figured might as well. So we'll start off with the Lego Harry Potter collection on the PS4. They originally had it priced 11. I got it for 12. I got it for 10. It's worth, I think after the bonus, it'll be worth like $12. So like I'll get a little bit of bonus, not much. Then we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 on the Xbox One. Didn't have a physical copy, and with the new one coming out in July, I figured I might as well get a physical copy, although it's the Xbox One version, not the Series X version. I paid $11 for that, which is a little over what I want to do, but whatever. This one was just a good deal, so I snagged it. We have PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on the Xbox One. This was priced originally at $2, and I got it for $1. So that was pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Can't go wrong with $1 game. And then this was behind the counter. It's worth a decent amount in trading credit. I did okay. We have Crash Insane Trilogy on the PS4. They originally wanted 15 for it. I got it for 12, which is fine. It trades into GameStop for 10, and then with the bonus, I'll get about 13, give or take. So again, it was probably not worth grabbing for $1. And that's essentially, I got like $3 out of those 2 games that I bought. But, you know, it's a little bit of extra credit. It's not much, but it's something. Normally I wouldn't do that, but because of how dry this video's been, I figured might as well. And then I got Tony Hawk, which is a game I've been wanting to add to the collection again, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for $1. Can't go wrong there. All right, we're gonna head to GameStop, and hopefully we'll wrap this video up neatly with a bow. We're back. Let's see if we can find anything good at GameStop. Let's go. All right, so it is time for the final recap of everything that we picked up this week. And to be honest, this is a pretty meager week. We really didn't get much. Mostly just the pawn shops have been dry. We scored decently at the first Value Pawn, and then after that, I mean, Cash America had nothing. Queen of Pawns, it was a stretch, and then same with La Familia. Honestly, I probably should have passed on definitely the stuff at La Familia, but even Queen of Pawns wasn't the greatest pickup. I mostly just wanted to do it to make another good video. And I mean, we still did all right. We did fine, but you know, it's not anything crazy. It's a pretty small accomplishment rather than what we usually do. So let's start off with my pickups at GameStop. So I ended up getting about $70 in trading credit at GameStop, which I think I made about essentially $30, which is not bad. Like that's pretty decent. And I didn't spend all of it, at least not on this trip. I did spend it in a future video, but I ended up with about 16 bucks left in credit that I used on the next episode. But what did I pick up? Well, I picked up 2 games. One is a game I've been looking for a while on the Wii, and the other is a NIS game that they had new, not sealed, but new, that I figured was worth a grab. So we'll start off with Toy Story Mania on the Wii. Now, if you don't know what this is, it is literally a video game version of the ride at Disney parks. So if you've ever been on Toy Story Midway Mania, this is the ride. Obviously without the ride part. So like you shoot the same targets, it's the same mini games. It's just you use a Wii pointer. I think it's a cool anomaly. It's weird that they made a game based on a ride, so now you technically don't need to ride the ride. You can just play this at home, but obviously the ride's more fun because it's a ride. And it's in 3D. This is supposed to come with 3D glasses. It doesn't, but it has the manual, it has the disc. The disc is okay condition. It's a little scratched, but it was pretty cheap. So I figured, you know what, might as well grab it. I paid credit for this and it's worth $9, so not terrible. And then the other game that I picked up is Legend of Legacy HD Remaster on the PS5. It's another JRPG by NIS, remaster of an older game. It looked interesting. It's one that's not super common, so again, I wanted to grab it. It is a GameStop new copy, so it's technically unplayed, but it's the gutted copy. Paid credit, and this is worth $36. So there's those. And in terms of what I kept from the various pawn shops, not a whole lot. We'll start off with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on the Xbox One. I have a digital copy of this, but I didn't have a physical copy, so now I have a physical copy. It's complete in box. Figured it was worth a pickup. I paid $1, and this is worth $7. So, I mean, a good pickup, but not exactly a valuable game. And we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 on the Xbox. Obviously, I want the series version. I've had this one multiple times. I've never actually owned the series version because it's typically overpriced or pawn shops don't have it. So I will probably get rid of this when I eventually find the series version for a good price. But hey, now I have the Xbox One version again. I paid $11. It's worth $11, so I broke even. Not a great pickup, but it is what it is. And then lastly, I have Dead Rising on the Xbox One. I paid $10 for this. It's essentially a port of the Xbox 360 game, but on a Xbox One disc. So I don't think it runs any better than the original, but fun fact, we do have a receipt. So let's see where this game has been. So it looks like this receipt is from 2019 in Florence, Kentucky. And it was purchased for $13 alongside A Way Out and Need for Speed on Xbox One. Cool. So I still paid better than that 6 years later. So that's good at least. Anyway, I paid $10 and that one is worth $12. So that's it. A very simple, very straightforward week. Didn't have any crazy pickups. We only got 5 games. But, I mean, sometimes weeks are like that. Like, we've done so well the last several times that I went out. It's probably hitting that period where things are going to slow down. So, I mean, maybe I might wait a little bit longer before the next time I go out. I probably will this next period, so in a couple weeks I'll probably go out again, but maybe I need to start waiting longer than 2 weeks, so we'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, that way they know when new videos drop, and I will see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye bye.